from Mary, and hers was, how should I sit in the saddle? And I think that's a really good question, because we all talk about riding and we should be doing this and we should be doing this, but let's just get the basics right. Let's think about what we as riders have to do and how should we be sitting in the saddle. So a lot of riders may have the fault of they're leaning a little bit too far back, and that means their legs are coming forward. They'll never be able to effectively go with the horse in walk, trot or canter, because they're always behind the movement, and the legs are too free to swing because they're not sitting straight with their legs down. They can't get the weight down through the ankle because it's too much like this. The other fault you see riders do is that they're sitting too much on their crutch. So their seat bones aren't even connected to the saddle because the seat bones are out, and the legs are back, annoying the horse as well as not giving direct aids. And the rider again probably feels very unsteady, worried that they're about to fall off because they're pitched so far forward. Now that's really two exaggerations. Normally you'll just see, so that's a little bit too far with the legs too far forward, and that's a little bit too with the legs too far back. And in cases of sitting with the horse, millimeters do matter. So the seat that you're always looking for, and it can change sometimes in varying degrees, but you're always looking for your ankle to match your hip to match your shoulder. So if you've got a line going through from shoulder, hip, heel, then you're where you need to be. There should also be a line going from your elbow, wrist, to the horse's mouth. So you can see if I hold my reins up here, I've now broken the line. My line now goes up and down, rather than if I keep my hands in a nice position and the horse has its head where it wants to be, I've got a nice line from elbow, wrist, hand. I also see riders sometimes ride with their hands in like this, which also breaks the line. Now my line is going in and then back out. And when you ride like this, or if you ride like this with your hands a little bit too far out, again my line's gone angle, angle, you can't feel what the horse's mouth is doing. And it's so important when you're riding feel and you're riding, the horse round and through and riding the horse into the correct contact, that you can feel everything that horse does, because you need to be quick to soften, you need to be quick to give the horse the rein, and you can't feel that if your reins and your hands are too stiff and too forceful. So it's really important I think this line is the most important, and this line I can feel because I know I need to have my two seat bones in the horse's back. So even if your horse is still, or you can have someone ride, actually all right, so really important to have someone hold the horse. Let me just put him here so he can't run away. But yeah, I would put my hands under under my seat bones and going, okay, when I do this, you can feel when you tilt your body forward, your seat bone disappears. You can't feel your seat bone anymore. Then you can sit in the normal position and you can feel your seat bone really nice down into the horse's back. The minute you do this, you lose your seat bone again. So seriously, you might look a bit funny, but I used to do this all the time. I used to just go, okay, someone lead the horse. Let me feel what it feels like to have my seat bones where they need to be. Because when your seat bones, I call it plugged into the horse. If you think of Avatar, when they plugged in, that's what you want to feel, that your seat bones are connected to the horse's back. Your back is his back. And when you're like that, your legs and your upper body and everything, it becomes in line anyway, because that's from the seat bones. So you can see and I used to just halt a lot because I could have a position in halt, and then the minute I went into a faster gait, I kind of lost the position. So you can see in walk, yes, it's moving, and yes, my hands need to move a little bit because his neck moves a little bit in the walk. But when your seat bones are plugged into the horse and you're in the correct alignment, your body can swing with the horse. You don't need to force it to swing. It just naturally flows with the horse. And then when you go into sitting trot, again, you can just feel those two seat bones. And lots of people that can't sit trot, it's because their seat bones, they've lost their seat bones, so then they bounce. So if you can just plug your seat bones into the horse's back and rub your back up against a blackboard, you've got your trot. And then canter. Again, you've got your seat bones, your upper body's still, your lower legs are still, but they're all moving with the horse. They're all absorbing the horse's movement, so you yourself don't move. So if you liked that version on seat, I actually have done a whole month in it in Dressage Mastery. It's actually month 2. So if you're interested in checking out Dressage Mastery, go to www.dressagemastery.com, and for now you can get the first month available to you for just $1. So looking forward to having you guys in the program. Happy riding, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye.